Hey everyone, it is Saturday, September 25th, and I was going to do an update real quick about the Barenbrug, the regenerative perennial ryegrass turf star is what it's called. I was going to do, because it's been exactly 2 weeks to the day since I planted it, and it was up in 4 days. I know that there's a guy in the comments that said something about he was on day number 4, day number 5. I'm hoping that finally came up for him. Because the stuff is expensive and it's supposed to grow really well, and it's growing really well for me. So I think his name was Dean Brown. So Dean, if you're watching this one again, I hope everything's been working out for you, but I'm going to flip the camera around here and show you what I have. All right, so this is the regenerative, I always have a problem with that, RPR, regenerative perennial ryegrass. And as you can see down here, I planted it pretty much in line with this tree right here. I left this open because this is going to ultimately end up filling in with centipede grass. You know, that's going to come across here. So, but in here it gets too shaded to deal with the centipede grass. So I figured it'd be safe to plant it in here. So if you're looking across here, that looks really good. It's nice and green. Like I said, this is exactly 2 weeks to the day. And inside the dog run is the same way. Inside the dog run's nice and green. Now, it looks great, looks beautiful, until you get right up on it and you're like, oh, it's still really thin. So it is really thin. It'll fill in. But that's absolutely fine. I am going to go ahead and cut it. I cut it once already, but this stuff grows so fast that I'm going to have to cut it again here. And cutting it helps it thicken up a little bit, and it helps it, you know, start filling in and start spreading out a little bit. So the more you cut it, the better off you'll be. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit this real quick with the reel mower and see how much of the blade I can get off. All right, so I'm done. Basically, here's what the stuff looks like. Now, this looks really thin, but I put it on exactly as thick as they told me to, and it looks like it germinated really well. Like this right there looks a lot nicer and a lot thicker, but that's way thicker than what they say to put it on. So I put it on like they said. It looks thinner. That's just where it accumulated a little bit, because when I was spreading seed here, it was hitting off this, and so it ended up with basically a nice big amount right there. So but as you can see, it looks really nice. There's just a couple of weeds in here, but nothing I'm too concerned about. I killed them all beforehand. So this is 2 weeks in. I imagine, and it's not, obviously it's not going to grow as fast right now because it's just the time of year it is, right? And it's, I mean, it is growing nicely, but it's getting later in the year for one, and for number two, you know, this just gets filter light through here. It doesn't actually get any direct sun, because if it did get direct sun most of the day to get it to grow, it'd grow really nice up until the point that it died because of the Georgia heat. So this filtered light is really nice for it to run off of, or it won't grow as fast, it won't spread, it won't fill in as fast, but I have nothing but time. So if it takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit longer. It's just the way it works. So hope everybody's having a good Sunday. It is getting close to 5:30, something like that. So I'm gonna go in, get ready, and maybe watch a football game, maybe have a little bit of dinner. So hope everybody has a good week, and we'll see you next time.